With Roblox getting more popular by the day, it won't be long before it transitions from an independent gem to a mainstream sensation. That's if it already isn't one. That's why I thought that there would be no better time than now to list what I believe to be the 10 best Roblox games to play right now. Hey everyone, I'm Luna and welcome to another video. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, what are you waiting for? Alright, onto the list. Number 10, Flicker. For all you fans of Among Us, Survivor and even a little bit of Clue, this is the game for you. It's important to note that the biggest con about this game is that it can take a ridiculous amount of time to play, so it's best to play with other people you know to get the most enjoyment out of it. The instructions and gameplay are very basic and straightforward. All you and the other players need to do is determine who you all want to eliminate when prompted to do so. There are different perks and superlatives in the game, such as sidekicks who have an advantage in knowing certain things about the other players to help them determine who should be eliminated. Good players try to eliminate the evil players and vice versa. It's a solid game to play, it just doesn't have anything extra to offer to make it more exciting. Number 9, Super Doomspire. This is a pretty engaging FPS game where the objective is to take down enemy towers. The fun comes from watching the towers come down and laughing at your frustrated opponents. It combines the blocky look of Minecraft with the domination-style game mode of Call of Duty. There are a bunch of weapons, items, and game modes to choose from, keeping the game fresh and keeping you interested, never having to play the same thing back to back. Number 8, Polybattle. Another shooter for our FPS fans, Polybattle is exactly what it advertises itself to be, team domination. You and your team want to take control of all 3 checkpoints and hold them for as long as you can in order to gather the most points and complete the objective. Along with that, there are some cool additions to note here, like the familiar classes you've seen in other shooters, and the ability to take control of vehicles like tanks and even airplanes similar to what you would see in a Battlefield type of game. The controls are smooth, the graphics aren't bad to look at either, and there aren't any gimmicks or tricks to worry about, just the classic shoot-'em-up gaming for everyone to enjoy. Number 7, Resort Tycoon. Next up on this list is a more relaxed and less intense game compared to the others I've put on this list, due to the fact that its momentum isn't built off the violence that other games thrive off. There's no FPS style of gameplay, you aren't really trying to eliminate other players, and you don't have to worry about any constant dangerous encounters. The game is simple really, build up your money and get to spending on all the things the island has to offer. You can purchase and unlock some pretty cool things for your island, like racetrack courses and jets or airplanes to travel to completely different islands and come across other players doing the same thing as you. It's got an Animal Crossing feeling to it, which is great for those looking for something a little less stressful and something they can really invest some time in to unlock the game's full potential. Number 6, Amongst Us. Yes, you definitely heard that right, and yes, it is exactly what you think it is. This almost exact replica of the popular original game Among Us has pretty much the same concept and gameplay, except the only major difference is that you can use some of your Roblox to include specific features into the gameplay. This includes being able to purchase your own avatar that follows you throughout the game, and being able to actually put it in a bid to be an imposter the next round. Of course, this can help or hinder you depending on your playstyle and the people you're playing with. Those that know you will be able to catch on a little more quickly and be able to single you out as the imposter if they have a better understanding of your tendencies. Number 5, Tower of Hell. This one is actually a personal favourite of mine because I'm a big fan of obstacle course games. I find them extremely competitive and addicting to play, and that is the reason why I have this one this high up on my list. The objective of the game is to get to the top of an ever-changing obstacle course before the others do so. It's shifty and requires a little bit of patience and strategy to complete, but that's what makes it all the more fun. I'll add a disclaimer that if you don't like highly inducing rage-worthy games, then this one may not be for you, but again, that's where a lot of the fun comes in for me. Number 4, Arsenal. I know, another FPS shooter, and this high on the list? But just hear me out with this. If you're going to play an FPS game on Roblox, this is definitely the one to go with. It has most of the same mechanics and mannerisms as other Roblox FPS games, like the one I mentioned earlier, but this one is definitely the smoothest. It's absolutely timeless in the sense that you can play the game for however long or short you want and still be satisfied no matter the results. It's a great game to play with friends, especially in a Discord, and I just find myself getting lost in time while playing this game. You can do a lot of cool things like play infected game modes and even change up the settings a bit for some extremely wild and different gameplay. Number 3. Welcome to Bloxburg. I'm going for a bit of a throwback with the 2014 classic Welcome to Bloxburg. This game can seem like there isn't really much to do, and to others it actually sounds a bit boring, but don't mistake the game's straightforward approach for anything like that. This life simulation game takes all the great aspects of The Sims and completely revamps it, allowing an unreal amount of realistic customization when it comes to building your own property. It's simple while still being complex in its detail, and it's a great game to really get inside your own imagination. Number 2. Field Trip Z. This is definitely one of the more engaging games I've ever played, and this is mainly due to its in-depth and subtly funny story. I'm a sucker for a great story. I think it's the best way to play games as opposed to simulation and shooter games, and Field Trip Z really takes you on a journey that allows it to stand out to other Roblox games. You really feel and see the effort that the developers put into the games, and the consistent updates that came with it was really a nice touch. Even after beating this, I'd gladly play this game over and over again just for the nostalgia alone. Number 1. Pokemon Brick Bronze. I feel like I can already see and hear the outcries for this one, but go ahead and judge me if you want. This is after all an opinion piece. Pokemon Brick Bronze is an absolute masterpiece of art in regard to how to intertwine story, RPG gameplay, and a rare ability to be able to interact with the developers of the game. It's really a game of its own, and as a huge fan of Pokemon since Pokemon Yellow on the original Game Boy, it's refreshing to see a game that offers both nostalgia and originality to the Roblox platform. And it's extremely unfortunate that this game no longer exists, as I'm sure consistent updates to it would have only made the game even better. I would easily find myself getting lost in this compelling world once more, should something like it ever be created again. And that's the list. I can already see and hear the comments being generated now for not even mentioning Adopt Me, even before this video is finally up. If you think we missed something, or you're just hell-bent on making the case for Adopt Me, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video and would want to see more content like this. It helps more than you know.